across North and South America, Europe, Asia, and Africa. It's what's known as a saprotrophic polypore fungus. That means it feeds on dead wood and produces pores rather than gills on the underside of its fruiting body. Now, what makes it so remarkable is that zoned multicolored surface. Each rosette or bracket displays rings of color ranging from browns, grays, and whites to deep blues, purples, greens, and even oranges. These concentric bands form as the fungus matures and grows outward from a central point, much like the rings in a tree, and the coloration varies depending on the environmental factors. The surface of it is thin, flexible, and slightly fuzzy due to fine hairs that cover the upper side. The texture and color transition give it a synthetic, almost digitally layered appearance. The underside of the fruiting body contains hundreds of tiny pores that release spores into the air, contributing to the species' incredible range and abundance. But despite that common name, turkey tail, there's nothing poultry-related about this fungus. That nickname comes from the fan-shaped fruiting bodies that resemble the spread tail feathers of a wild turkey. But the resemblance ends there. The actual organism is a mycelial network that permeates the substrate it's feeding on, typically hardwood logs, and sends up the colorful rosettes as fruiting bodies. So beyond the appearance, though, it is one of the most medicinally studied fungi in the world. It's traditional in Chinese medicine, and it's known as yunzi, and in Japan, it forms the basis of the anti-cancer drug polysaccharide crestin. This compound has been used as an adjunct therapy in cancer treatment and has shown immunomodulatory properties in both clinical and laboratory studies. It contains something called beta-glucans and other complex polysaccharides that stimulate immune cells and improve resistance to pathogens. The fungus is non-toxic and occasionally consumed in tea, tinctures, or powdered supplements. However, it is too tough and woody for a standard culinary use, and it's usually prepared through decoction or extraction to isolate the active compounds. But from a structural point of view, the growth of it is also pretty striking. It grows in overlapping layers that cover logs like shingles or scales. And in humid environments, these layers can trap moisture and reflect light in subtle iridescent hues. That adds to the impression that this thing is a living mineral or an alien outgrowth, rather than a simple woodland fungus.